I think that if anything good has come out of 2020, it has been the memes. Besides that, just throw the whole thing away. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, I really appreciate it. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm sorry that we have to meet like this with my bare face breaking out, but you know what? It is what it is. It has been quite a little while since I have done pretty much anything makeup related on my channel, and I'm so sorry about that. I've had a handful of you guys ask me why, and the reason is because I'm currently not in my studio. I'm actually like in the middle of my mom's dining room table. I have taken over her house pretty much because if you guys haven't watched our video, or if you guys don't know, my husband and I, we recently bought a home. It was like more of a fixer-upper, so it is currently under construction. So this is like my temporary setup, and I haven't felt like the lighting was good enough for makeup videos, so I've avoided them. But you know what? Today I said no more because I'm really in the mood to do my makeup. As you guys all know, we all have been in quarantine. What feels like, it's like, what year is this? It feels like we have been in quarantine, honestly, for like about 12 years. And I haven't really been doing my makeup a lot, and I want to feel glam. And so I said, let me turn on the camera and we could just get ready together. So today's video is going to be very chatty. It's going to be like very chill. So if you guys want, either grab a glass of wine. I have my coffee because it is now like 10 o'clock in the morning. Or maybe I should grab some wine. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Since it is a little bit more of a chatty get ready with me, if I don't mention a certain product, I'm going to do my very best to go ahead and pretty much link everything in the description box below. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm still on my first cup of coffee of the day, so I will be taking lots of coffee breaks because I need this coffee to start kicking in, because I went to sleep late last night, woke up early this morning, so God knows I need it. So for today's look, I'm feeling like I want to start with my skin because, look you guys, I have to be very honest with you. This whole quarantine, this whole like staying at home, social distancing, it has me picking at my face, and so I have been breaking out. It's like so strange. When I don't do my makeup, I tend to pick at my face a lot, and I know it's so terrible. I'm trying so hard not to do that, but it's the truth. And then I feel like with the added stress, it's not helping. So I want to like cover up all of this. So we're going to go ahead and start with the skin. Now, the first thing I'm going to go in with is a primer. For today, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This, I feel like, is like a dupe to the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's very similar in pretty much everything, and texture, the look, obviously. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. So how have you guys been? How is everybody handling the quarantine? I have my ups and downs. Some days I'm like so pumped. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm gonna become my best self. And then other days I am like a potato. I am more of a people person. I genuinely love people. I love being around people. Being around people just makes me feel so alive. So I'm curious. Are you guys like more introvert, extrovert? Like, are you a people person? Are you not? Like, are you loving this quarantine? Are you going crazy like me? Some people are definitely loving this a little bit more than others. By the way, right now I'm going in with the Maybelline. This is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I tend to have larger pores right here. So what I like to do is I grab a little bit, and so I go in circular motions. I go in one way, and then I go the other way. And I feel like that really helps me like seal the pores. So now that my skin is primed and ready to go, first I want to hide a little bit of these breakouts that I have just to give me a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to go in with the Becca concealer, and I'm just going to dab over these three bad boys right here that are trying to ruin my life. And I'm just going to very gently blend that out. What a difference that made, right? Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention to you guys that I did moisturize, and I moisturized using the Badescu. This is the Hydro Moisturizer with vitamin C, and I feel like I really love it. It leaves my face like really moisturized. It feels really fresh. but it doesn't leave it feeling oily or sticky. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the Born This Way foundation. This one is in the color Natural Beige, and I gotta tell you guys, I don't know what's been going on with my skin, but I was like really struggling to find a foundation that I liked. I went to Ulta, I kid you not, at least 5 times to go and return, or not return, exchange one foundation for the other, because I couldn't find anything that I really loved. Like, things were looking really cakey, or I wasn't getting enough coverage. But this one, so far, I really, really love it. I've used it about 5 times because, of course, I got it right before we were in quarantine, and now we got nowhere to go. Gives me beautiful coverage, but my skin still feels like skin, and it still looks like skin. Alrighty, so now I'm ready to move on to my concealer. I also picked up the Born This Way concealer when I picked up the foundation, because my concealer had been doing the same thing as my foundation. I felt like everything was getting very cakey. I wasn't getting enough coverage or too much coverage. So I picked up both of them, and so far I'm really, really happy. This is a little bit more of like a full coverage concealer, which I like and I feel like I need. Lately, I've been needing some little extra help underneath my eyes. By the way, I've been using my Real Techniques sponge to blend everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. So about, I would say like a week, I think already, I asked on my Instagram, and I'll ask you guys here on YouTube as well. Like, what do you feel is like one good thing that's gonna come out of this whole situation that we're in, like this whole quarantine, social distancing that we're doing? Because really, it's so easy to sit there and think about all the negative, but I forced myself to think about the positive. Like, okay, it is what it is. This is where we're at. It's not going anywhere. So let's try to get something good out of it. So for me, I mentioned on Instagram that I feel like I've had more time to research things about YouTube. I've researched like different lighting that I want to get. I've researched different techniques of editing. I've researched like just like a bunch of little details that I know and feel are going to help me with my just like overall experience with YouTube. I've also started exercising. Yay! I started doing Beachbody. I'm not one to love to work out at home, but I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, and to be honest with you, even if we were not in quarantine, I feel like I would have still done it, because right now with my schedule, being that I'm with Aria pretty much all the time, it's just so easy to put her down for a nap, quickly grab all my stuff, get like a 30-45 minute workout, and boom, I'm done. Because I was really, really missing working out. I mean, a lot. Okay, I'm gonna put just a tiny bit more to give me a little bit more coverage. So now I'm ready to set my under eyes. Normally, I would just go in with a loose powder, like the Milk or Laura Mercier. But again, since my under eyes, I feel like they've been acting up a little bit, I switched things up. And so what I'm doing now is I grab this NARS. This is like a pressed powder. It's called Translucent Crystal, and this is what it looks like. This powder is amazing, and I highly recommend it, especially if you have mature skin or very dry textured skin. This is so fine. It's probably like one of the most fine powders I've ever used, and it sets everything so beautifully. You can't even tell that there's powder on the skin. But I like to grab a little sponge and just pick some up. Usually it's not this difficult. Always make sure that there's no creases, and then I go in, press that in. You know what? I think I should order one today, because this is pretty bad. So speaking of working out and all that stuff, don't ask me about my eating. Oh my goodness. I think I opened my fridge. I'm not even kidding. I probably opened my fridge at least 112 times a day. I feel like very soon my refrigerator is going to start talking to me like, bitch, you were already here 5 minutes ago. There's nothing different. Because I just open the fridge, I look at it, close it, 5 minutes later, come back, open it again. Like if something new is going to appear. But you know what? I'm just grateful that I have my body moving and I'm exercising. The exercises are really intense. If I wasn't exercising right now, I would probably be a mammoth. Alrighty guys, so now that my under eyes are set, I'm going to set the rest of my face. Now to do that, I am going to use a loose powder, and today I'm using from Milk Makeup Translucent Medium. I like to use a little powder puff. I pour a little bit here on the top and then I press it all over. This really helps to have my foundation stay all day. Because you know, since I'm going to be running so many errands today, I got to make sure that my foundation lasts like 12 hours. I wish. So I really press that in. Helps prevent my foundation from transferring. And I feel like it makes it look much more smooth. Okay, so have you guys been watching the Tiger King show on Netflix? I put on the first episode and I must have watched like 10 minutes of it, but I couldn't sit through the whole thing, so I left it as like background noise. Every once in a while I would like kind of look, watch it for like a couple of minutes, keep doing what I'm doing. So I can't say that I've like sat through the whole thing, but every time I would watch the show, even if it's like 5 minutes, I would just think like, what the? It is such a bizarre show. I mean, I could see why everybody finds it so entertaining, especially during a time like quarantine. But I don't know. I have so many like mixed emotions about it because I'm entertained and not at the same time. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to continue to watch it, or at least continue to just play it as background noise, because the amount of memes that I have seen, I think I want to watch it just because of that. Because the internet is losing their mind over it. And I'm like, I need to know why. I need to know why the internet is like losing it. So that's why I put it on. So we'll see. Have you guys watched it? What do you guys think? Are you into it? Are you not? I think that if anything good has come out of 2020, it has been the memes. Besides that, just throw the whole thing away. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a little bit more of concealer on my eyelids because I'm gonna use the concealer as a primer. Then with my finger, I'm just gonna blend it out. When I'm done blending that, I'm gonna get a little bit of the loose powder with the same little beauty sponge, and I'm going to set everything in place. I have to set my eyes because I get very oily in my eyelids, plus the humidity in Miami. If I don't, for sure in an hour or two, my eyeshadow is going to be creasing, and nobody's trying to spend an hour blending for your eyeshadow to be creasing in an hour. Okay, so we are set and ready to go. So now I'm going to put a little bit of loose powder under my eyes. I know that my under eyes are already set, but I do this because since we are doing our eyes after our face, we might get a little bit of fallout, and I'm not trying to ruin all my hard work. So I pick up a little bit of that loose powder, same powder that I've been using this whole time, and then I just lightly press it under my eyes, and then we're just gonna leave it there. So we're ready to move on to eyes, and I'm so excited because I have decided to use the Pat McGrath palette. This one is Mothership. I think it's Mothership 5. It's either Mothership 5 or V. I'm not really sure. I have been obsessing over this palette. Look at it, look at it, look at it. The shades are incredible. Like, we have some earthy tones, and then we also have like a lot of fun colors. I feel like I've been able to create a lot of fun looks with that. Okay, so the first color I'm gonna go in with is this one right here. And with a fluffy brush, I'm going to put this all over my crease. Let's see if I still remember how to blend. So what do you guys feel is going to be the first thing you do after this quarantine is done? Are you going to the beach? Well, I mean, I guess it all depends on where you live. Are you going to the most crowded place ever? Are you going to a restaurant? I feel like I definitely want to go to a restaurant. But I have to admit, I'm like so excited for this to be over, but I feel like it's going to take a little while for everybody to sort of feel normal again. Because going out there, I feel like there's still going to be a little bit of paranoia. But I'm excited to go out to eat. I'm excited to do everything and anything, honestly. I'm just excited to see people. I'm excited to high five someone. I'm excited to hug someone. I'm just excited to talk to a person face to face. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm ready to move on to another color, start adding a little bit more drama. So next I want to go in with this really pretty, this is sort of like a chocolatey brown, but it does have a little bit of an undertone of a plum. So I'm literally at this point, I am repeating the exact same thing over and over again until I get the intensity that I want. And to be honest with you, when I started this video, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do something really simple. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to do something very glam because what the hell? Why not, right? We're already stuck in quarantine. We might as well be fabulous when we go to la sala. All right, I like it, the cookie. So now I think what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of that same color that we've been working with on the inner corner just to create a little bit more of like that halo type of eye. So now for my favorite part. We're gonna go in with one of these shimmery colors. I think I want to go in with this really pretty, that looks like it's like a rose gold color, and using my finger, I'm just gonna plop that in the middle right here. Oof. Do you guys see this? Are you guys seeing this? I can't even do it. I'm literally obsessed. The shimmery colors in this palette are everything. So now I'm going to do my bottom lash line. I'm going to be using that same chocolatey. I wish I had the names, but I don't know what happened to the little piece of paper that had the names on it. But the same color that we've pretty much been using this whole time, I'm going to run that along my bottom lash line. So who are you guys quarantined with? I'm very curious. I was actually just talking to my mom the other day and we were laughing because I told her that the fact that we're quarantined together feels like something out of a movie. Daughter temporarily moves back in with her mom and her husband while their house gets flipped, and then the whole world goes into quarantine. It's like one of those things where like if you were telling someone that, they'd be like, oh really? Well, what are the odds? Like what are the odds that something like that would happen? And so we were laughing about it. Now, my mom is still working. Pretty much everybody in my household is considered essential, except me. I don't know if I should be offended. I gotta tell you guys, more than ever, I am so grateful that I have this YouTube platform because it keeps me so busy. It keeps me doing things. I mean, look, if it weren't for you guys right now, I would not be doing my makeup. I would probably go 2 months without doing my makeup if it weren't for you guys. So I feel connected in a different way. And so I am so thankful. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop some lashes and then we can move on to the face. The eyelashes are on and I am loving this so far. By the way, the eyelashes I use are from Ardell, the Wispies. If you need to practice eyelashes, this, first of all, best time ever to practice putting on your eyelashes. And I highly recommend using the Ardell Wispies or the Demi Wispies to practice with. Not all lashes are created equal. There are some that are a lot more difficult to put on than others. I find these two, the Wispies and Demi Wispies, to be the easiest. The band is flexible, it's very lightweight, and so they're not heavy on your eye. And I feel like you can totally become a pro if you practice with either the Wispies or the Demi Wispies. So I'm ready to move on to do a little bit of skin. We're looking a little ghostly and I just want to like sort of bronze up the skin. To do that, I'm going to go in with the Hoola Benefit Bronzing Powder. I feel like everybody owns this. And if you don't, it's probably because you ran out. Just kidding. All right, that's looking already much better. You know what? My lips are feeling a little dry. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with also the Benefit Hoola powder, but this one's in caramel. This one's like a little bit deeper, and I like to just put a little bit of this because the original one is a little bit too light, where it does give me a little bit of warmth, but I feel like not enough, to my liking at least. I'm not trying to look like I've been in quarantine for 2 weeks, okay? I'm trying to look like I've been out in the sun every damn day. Now for blush, I'm excited because I'm using an oldie but goodie. This is the MAC Mocha blush. You know, I don't know why I stopped using this. It's one of those things where there's so much makeup nowadays that it's a little overwhelming. And so sometimes you just stop using things just because you want to try something new. Then you go back to it and you're like, why did I ever stop? This blush is everything. And it goes so well with so many different skin tones. I'm not going to say all skin tones, but I definitely feel like it goes well with a lot of different skin tones. It's so pretty. Okay, someone stop me. So next I'm going to move on to highlighter, and for that I'm going to be using, this is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I love this so much. It is literally my favorite highlighter, but what I'm going through right now is every time I use it with such fear, because I fear the day I run out of this thing. I'm scared to be without it. Now I'm going to put my highlighter mostly on the top, like temples right here. I'm not gonna bring it down too much because since my skin has been a little funky, I don't want to bring it down too much and then have it bring out my texture, because I know we all love highlighters and everything, but highlighters can be either your best friend or your worst enemy. So if you are suffering from texture, you have a breakout, got a pimple, something's happening, be very careful with how you use highlighters, because it can make your skin look, I'm talking about a lot more textured. And I make myself look like Rudolph, that's fine. Okay, so now we need some inner corner highlight, because what is life and what is a makeup look without inner corner highlight? Especially using this palette, because I love using these two shades right here. I love using them as inner corner highlights because it gives you a pop of color. But again, I feel like it's a pop of color in a very wearable way, or at least for me. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one up top right here. I'm gonna be using like a pencil brush, spritz it a little bit with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and then I'm gonna pick that up and pop it right on my inner corner. Are you guys seeing what I am seeing? Because oh my, oh my. This like completely just transforms the whole entire look. I mean, I can't do right now. You guys, oh yes. Oh yes, someone stop me, because I will keep adding this until it's like blinding. Now this is a look. I forgot to highlight my brow bone, like right underneath my eyebrow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, and I'm gonna pop that right there. Just a little bit. I'm in a glowy mood. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm loving this moment right now, because right now I feel like I just remembered why for all these years I have loved makeup so much, because honestly sitting here doing my makeup with you guys has helped me escape life, and I feel so pretty. I feel like I'm in a great mood. I'm just so grateful for this moment with you guys, because you know, these days are not easy. If you're home right now and you're kind of like feeling I know it's hard to get up and start, but try to put some music and sit down and do your makeup, because I feel like it's really, really gonna help your mood. It's definitely helped mine, and I'm so grateful. Okay, so I think we're ready for lips. I'm gonna go in with this MAC lip liner. This is Whirl, one of the most popular, I feel, one of the most popular lip liners from MAC. Let me show you guys a trick. If you guys want to make your lips look a little bit fuller and you're not into like overdrawing them too much, because I'm not, I just feel very strange when I do that. So a trick that you could do is, instead of following the natural shape of your Cupid's bow, you fill it in. So for me, I would go like this. So what this does, it gives you the illusion that your lip right here is a little bit more lifted, and so it's a little bit more plump. And so that just gives the illusion of your lips being a little bit more full without necessarily having to overdraw a whole bunch. For my lipstick, I'm going to be going in with this e.l.f. liquid lipstick. This one is called Tea Rose. And I'm just going to go over my entire lip. Oh, I love this color. So pretty. It's like a dusty rose. Love it. And I'm just gonna let that dry really quick before I go in with gloss, because we are gonna have glossy lips. And I'm just going to finally wipe off all of the powder. Now that the lips are a little bit more dry, go in with a gloss. I love this gloss. This is from the company Collab. You can find this brand at Sally Beauty, and I really love this gloss. It's called Yas Queen. All right. So I think we are ready to set everything in place. I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Alrighty guys, so that is pretty much it for today's video. This is the final look. What do you guys think? I am beyond obsessed. Like, I love this look so much. I feel pretty, I feel glam. It has been quite a while since I felt like this, and I am loving it. I definitely feel like I need to start doing my makeup more often because today reminded me just how much I love it. But yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this chit-chatty get ready with me video. I really hope that you guys are staying safe. I'm sending you guys all my good juju. Let me know in the comment section below, like, what kind of videos do you guys want to see? I know that in these times I really appreciate a good video to keep me distracted, so that's sort of what I want to do for you guys. I figured right now it's one of the ways that I could help the situation, so let me know. Oh, also, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, please don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up to let me know that you like it. And yeah, this is pretty much it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Do it with like a little, oh, oops.